All right, YouTube, what the fuck is going on? Top of the goddamn morning. We in here getting to the swole. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the swole, you know. Gotta get this ground chicken made, right? Today is a glorious day. Date night, right? But for the most part, the diet still has to go on. But I'm gonna make a few little exceptions, right? So, date night, I'm gonna do a lower carb day because I know I'm gonna have a little something that's not on my plan. I know everything is planned, right? I know where we're going for the date tonight. The whole day is strategically planned out. We got, you know, coverage for my son. We got the driver booked to take us to the movie tonight. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, I had a brain fart early, bro. It's 6:35 a.m. Friday, 10/21/2022. The day Black Adam comes out. So we want to see that tonight. So everything has to be strategic, right? And also, I got to cook this ground chicken and I ran out of fucking Pam. So what I'm going to use is, I'm going to use this garlic infused olive oil my wife makes. Fucking amazing. We're going to drop the recipe on YouTube as well. But for the most part, when this olive oil gets heated up to the correct cooking temperature, all you smell throughout the house before you even put anything in the pan is garlic. It's a beautiful, lovely fragrance going through the house. So yeah, I gotta fucking cook my ground chicken very slowly. So when I'm cooking in olive oil versus Pam, I can't cook at a high temperature olive oil because it'll stick a little bit or it'll get a little watery. It don't be the same consistency as Pam. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit. And yeah, so today is very strategic. Today, date night, right? I'm hitting some, when you go out, and I've been like this, and I tell guys, this is why I actually decided to do YouTube, so y'all can learn my entire story. Because I know some of y'all dumb as fuck. Y'all not finna read my book. Motherfuckers don't like to read in this day and age. So that's the reason why stupid ass TikTok and shit is taking off. Niggas don't like to read. They rather just see audio and hear shit, right? It's a different kind of learning nowadays. So, but also too, that's why my ideal clients find me, because I still put out written non-verbal content, because my ideal clients read for a living, right? That's a gem. If you don't have a career that requires you to read, shit might not be for you. But anyways, this is why I started doing YouTube, because whether you got a real career or not, you can get some game from me on YouTube, right? Even if you're not a good fit to work with me in my coaching program, you still can get some of this game. So what I like to do is, it ain't even what I like to do, what I've been trained to do, right? Because for those of y'all that don't know, my background in my work career, my work life, started at 17 in the restaurants, right? From Dunkin' Donuts to Little Caesars to Checkers. The last restaurant I worked at was Five Guys, right? This is from 17 to 24. And I had a few warehouse jobs here and there in between that, because in Miami, a black man not speaking Spanish, you young, you ain't got a degree, you got a felony pending on your record, certain jobs you can't get. So I had to make ends meet, I had to work a part-time warehouse job, full-time at the warehouse, full-time at the restaurant, full-time at the restaurant, part-time at the warehouse. So yeah, so one of the things, if you ain't ever been to the back house of Five Guys, when they're making the patties, this is how we do it. But they do it on a smaller scale. Each patty has to be at 3.5 to 3.7 ounces. But I don't have time for that little ass shit, so I just take half. This is a 3-pound pack of ground chicken. So I just literally take it, cut it in half, and I go ahead and roll it. Because me personally, I hate when I do ground chicken or ground turkey. And I hate seeing people just open the pack and they throw the shit in the pan, and that shit be looking like they eating fucking ground brains. And I don't like that shit. So, and also too, when you do it like this, the food cooks better. Nice little roll. I like to do it, I roll it until it starts to stick to my hand. And it get like a little, like it's furry. That's how I know it's ready to rock. Especially for my guys, man. Y'all gotta toughen the fuck up. Some of y'all guys don't want to get your fucking hands dirty. Don't want to touch food. Be be wearing gloves to roll meat like some hoes. Cut that shit out, man. I coach men. If I wanted to deal with feelings and emotions and make more money, because I know that's the thing too, that keeps me grounded, because I know, not saying that we don't need women, but I know I can make more money coaching women, but I know fathers impact families more. That's why I haven't given up on men, regardless of how many sorry motherfucking men I've encountered, right? I don't give up on y'all. I keep pushing, I keep pressing, because I've realized that it's some men that know they need a push. They know they need me. So, get this last half dead. All right. Boom, that's ready to rock. All right. So, get the olive oil around the pan. Every piece of the surface of the pan got to be covered in oil to lubricate everything. All right, so got all my seasonings ready. Because you don't ever want to be looking for shit while you season it, right? Sometimes I season by taste, but that's cool. So sea salt, we're gonna do some lemon pepper, we're gonna do a little bit of ranch. I always do 1 pack of taco seasoning per pound or 1.5 pounds of meat that I'm cooking. So this is 3 pounds. So I'm gonna put all the other seasonings, and then I'm gonna add these last 2 packets of taco seasoning, and this is gonna set it off. But I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. All right. And I'm gonna post this video myself. I'm not gonna send it to my video guy, none of the fancy editing. I want y'all to understand, like, this is what I do. Like, before I was in a position to hire a team, it was all me. So don't even get me wrong. Like, sometimes it'd be weird for me to accept the fact that I have a team to help me. So don't get me wrong, I still do things on my own too. All right, let's go. So what you want to do is take this big ass ball of protein, break it up small pieces around the perimeter of the pan first, because you don't want the center of the pan. Remember, this meat just came out the refrigerator. You don't want the center of the pan to be ice cold first. That's gonna cool down the whole pan, and you don't want that. So you gotta kind of put it in a little fast. Get the second one. Then you start filling in the pan with this shit. So I haven't even started to touch the chicken yet. I just left it in there. And I went over here to the dishwasher. And I did a few other things. So the leftover dishes, and this is why everything I do is strategic. Like, I go to sleep regardless of what I was raised to do. Make sure there's no dishes in the kitchen. This is my fucking house. This is my rules, my strategy. I leave a little bit of dishes in the sink overnight deliberately, so I can have something to do in the morning. So for me, it's like a mental wake up. I have a mental activity that I can do. What the fuck is this? You gotta make sure your dishwasher clean. I got a mental activity that I can do to wake up my hand-eye coordination. So I leave a little bit of dishes in there. Go ahead, load it up. Because remember, I don't want to be doing this shit when it's time for date night tonight. So go close that up, boom. Now I'm gonna go start working the chicken. All right, so we got perfect timing, y'all, because I gotta get my son up by a certain time. So what I'm gonna do is, before I even start working the chicken, it's a nice little sear under this chicken because it's been sitting so long. So now I'm gonna start seasoning. So this first few seasonings, these aren't the seasonings that's gonna be the final seasoning, right? That motherfucking airbender, boy. Boy, you wanna fuck with me, boy? Hold up. Hey, I was big on Avatar, the Airbender. I watched every fucking episode in high school, man. But anyways, I know y'all young motherfuckers don't know nothing about that. So this first wave of seasoning, you're not gonna see this. This is gonna be inside the protein. It's gonna be keeping it steady. So what that means is this is the seasoning, the sodium inside the protein that's gonna help preserve this meat and make it taste good. The chicken I cooked today on Friday is gonna taste good Tuesday and Wednesday of next week if I don't get to it. And that's a lot of fat guys' problem. Y'all not seasoning y'all food correctly. Y'all just coming in here being lazy. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the Flavor God, you know. Fire. Flavor God just put his products in Costco. I gotta get a Costco membership, Costco business membership to be exact. If you guys don't have an LLC, I highly recommend you getting one. Just to kind of, if you have a job too, you can still get an LLC. But that might be a topic for another video, because if you don't have an LLC, when you get one, you can start writing off a lot of these things on your taxes. A lot of things you can start writing off, buddy. Like for example, when I take my wife out tonight, it's a business expense. Everything we pay for is going to be tax deductible. Meeting with a client. They don't know that. Even though I'm an online fitness coach, right? Still, they don't know if we going on this date to meet with a client. We might be going to do a double date with a client to talk about another deal or some shit. They don't know. I might be finna meet with a client to talk about opening up a brick and mortar gym. They can't prove it. So yeah, anyways. That's a topic for another video. But you don't want to be lying. You want to do things right. Documentation is very important, guys. All right. Don't be lazy with your food, guys. Me, I'm doing this because I got perfect timing. My son got to be up by 7 so he can start getting ready for school. The thing I like about today, it's a low carb day for me today. I'm not doing keto. I'm not cutting carbs. I eat plenty of carbs. But a couple of days a week, as needed, especially a day like today, where I know I'm going to be out late, I want to drop my carbs. I'm going to exercise, do weights, do cardio on very low carbs. So that way, when I come home and go to bed, it's going to be a great night of sleep, and I'm going to get progress out of today, even though it's a date night. Back in there. So I'm gonna switch the camera view. So I'm gonna show y'all this, guys, because this is very important. So you see this water in the pan? A lot of y'all guys, fathers, career focused guys, y'all not enjoying y'all food because you're not fucking seasoning your food or cooking it correctly. So you don't want to pour this fucking water out. This water, you want to keep adding seasonings to it, to the pot, so that way the sodium and all the spices and herbs you're putting on the whatever the fuck it is. Everything you season this protein with is made to soak up that water and hold the moisture into the ground protein or meat or whatever the fuck you're cooking. Whether it be chicken, this is ground chicken. So whether it be ground chicken, ground beef, actually ground beef is the easiest. Ground beef and bison are the easiest to cook because you don't even cook it well done. So ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef, bison, whatever the fuck you're cooking, right? Season the shit. So that water, you want to keep seasoning. So that way, the moisture goes into the protein. You don't want to pour it down the drain. So a little more lemon pepper, a little more sea salt. Now what we're going to do is, now we're going to switch gears. Now we're going to start adding some ranch. See how it's soaking it up? It's slowing down as soon as the ranch hit it. Cover the whole fucking pan. Here's the thing, guys. Remember, I told you at the beginning of the video, a lot of my experience in the beginning of my life is in the restaurants, right? So look, when you talk about, oh, my sodium, my blood pressure, blah, 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 blah. You got high blood pressure because you eat a lot of bullshit from fast food. Most of your diet is through a drive-through window. So that's the thing. If most of your diet came through a drive-through window or foods that other people prepare and not you, that says a lot. So you can eat sodium, still lose weight, have good levels or whatever, but it's the drive-through sodium. It's the excess sodium coming from these restaurants and that fake food. It's no way that you can season your food at home per meal. Remember, because this is going to be about 6 meals for me. So maybe 5. But it's no way you can add as much sodium in your food per meal to match a fast food meal. So for example, Zaxby's got a sandwich. The sandwich got 1,200 milligrams of sodium. Do you know if you tried to put 1,200 milligrams of sodium in one meal at home, you probably couldn't even finish that shit? You couldn't even begin to enjoy that meal. It's too much fucking salt. So seasoning your food at home is totally different. So see, I put 1 pack in, and I'm on great time because it's only 6:54. I gotta wake my son up at 7. We're gonna be done with this video shortly, guys. So I put the first pack in, and then I start working. And guys, this is not something I just started doing. Before I even started losing weight, I would cook my ground chicken, ground turkey just like this. Just to make fucking tacos and to make fucking nachos and shit. So that goes to show you proper nutrition don't gotta be boring. You could get fat, you could lose weight the same way you got fat. You just gotta know what you're doing. Portion sizes, exercise output on the weights, doing the proper amounts of cardio. But most importantly for fat guys that's watching this video, and I can say fat because I was fatter than most of my clients or near their weight. Like I was 330 at my heaviest. So if you over 330, you really need to be listening to me. All right. So see how the moisture is leaving the pan? I'm gonna add that last packet of taco seasoning. Now this is the sealer. This is gonna seal everything we put on the protein. It's gonna seal the deal and lock in all that flavor and moisture in the chicken. So my meals are gonna be succulent, moist, and the sodium is gonna preserve it. So today is Friday. Let's say in a magical world I get busy and I can't eat this food until Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday next week. Like the way I season my food, I could just season it, put it in the refrigerator, and come back next Friday, and this chicken will be edible. I guarantee you. I've done it plenty of. The most I've stretched out my protein was 8 days. 8 days from the day it got cooked, because I overcooked too much, and it still was dope. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all one last trick before we get off of here to make sure that this shit don't get too dry. So this chicken is done. So that's what we're gonna do. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Turn the fire off. Put a cover on it. Put the pan on the cooling eye of the burner, of the stove. So that way, see all that steam coming out? all that steam, we're going to trap it in there with a little bit of water. And that's all going to go, that moisture going to go inside of the protein. So look, guys, right on time. I got to go upstairs, wake my son up. Perfect. So when this cools down, by the time I get my son dressed, I'll come out here, I'll portion out my food, and I'm ready to rock out. Easy, super simple. Let's go, guys. Oh, I forgot I'm a YouTuber now. I got to say all the other shit. Like, share, subscribe, leave in the comments what recipe you want to see next. All that silly shit, right? But I'm here now. I ain't leaving, so I got to holler at y'all.